Hello, friends. Welcome to the channel. Let's read scary stories together. Today, we are going to read a user-submitted story by JR, which was selected from among hundreds of other stories that were submitted through the link in the description below. I will put all the links in the description box for you. If you want to submit your own story, please go through the link in the description. The author has agreed to an interview. I will put the link to the interview in the description box for you. Also, please subscribe to the author's channel. The link is in the description box. Okay, let's get started. As soon as I could walk, I was free. As soon as I was free, I looked back at the house. It was already gone. All I saw was the dark road leading into the forest, the trees, and the old stone well with the rusted bucket at the end of the road. I thought I heard my name being called, but when I turned round, nobody was there. There was no one except me on the road, and I was really alone. My parents had forbidden me to ever go near the forest again. According to them, it was dangerous. But I knew that this was just another fairy tale they told me to keep me from going there. I felt like something was calling me into the woods. I was only 6 years old, but I knew I had to follow this call or I would regret it. I went into the woods. It wasn't long before I came across a dirt path. I walked down the path and suddenly found myself in front of a small cottage made of logs. The roof was covered with moss and vines. There was thick, overgrown underbrush all round the hut. Then I heard footsteps behind me, and I quickly hid behind a tree. A little girl with long brown hair appeared in front of the cottage. She was wearing a white dress, and her face was pale. She looked at me for a moment, then went inside without saying a word. I don't know what it was about her, but I wanted to be her friend. So I knocked on the door. "Hello," I said. The door opened slowly and the girl looked at me again. She didn't say anything. She just stared at me with her big, black eyes. She turned her head to look at the hallway behind her, then back at me again. Slowly, she closed the door. The truth is that I didn't want to leave. I wanted to see where the girl lived. I wanted to become her friend. At first, I tried knocking on the door again. When the door didn't open, I tried to push it. It was no use. The door was locked. I sat down next to the door and waited. After a while, the girl opened the door again. She was still wearing the same white dress. This time, she looked at me for a moment. Then she beckoned with her finger. I nodded and followed her inside. The room was very dark. The girl went into a corner and disappeared. I couldn't see her anywhere. I called her name, but she didn't answer. I felt a bit scared now and wanted to go outside again, but the door was locked. Suddenly, I heard chains dragging metal moans. They seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. Then the girl appeared in front of me. She was smiling. Her eyes sparkled in the darkness. She told me in a sweet voice, "You shouldn't be here." I wanted to say something, but I couldn't speak. I shook my head. Then I noticed that my legs were heavy. It was as if someone was pulling me down. I tried to move, but it was no use. My legs wouldn't obey me. That's when I noticed chains dragging along the floor behind me. Chains. No, there couldn't be chains. I turned round and looked. What I saw filled me with terror. There were thick chains wrapped round my legs, dragging me deeper and deeper into the room. I screamed, "Help me." The girl approached me and whispered, "Don't be afraid. It's going to be all right." She touched my shoulder, and a jolt ran through my body. Suddenly, I understood everything. My parents hadn't sent me away to protect me. They had sent me away so I wouldn't drag them down with me. I tried to scream, but no sound came out of my mouth. I tried to move, but my body wouldn't listen to me. The chains dragged me further. The last thing I remember is the girl with the long, flowing hair laughing at me. I woke up in my bed at home. I must have slept for a few hours. It was already evening. Outside, the wind howled through the trees. I got up and went over to the window. I looked out into the darkness. The trees swayed in the wind. It was as if they were reaching out for me. I told my parents about the strange girl and the terrible dream, of course. They didn't believe me. They thought I had made it all up. The next day, though, they went with me into the forest to show me that there was no danger there. We walked for a long time, but they couldn't find any trace of the cottage or the dirt road leading to it. I was deeply disappointed, but deep down, I was glad that my parents hadn't believed me. If they had believed me, and we had found the cottage, I might not have been able to come back. Still, I often dream of the girl with the long, flowing hair. Sometimes I think that if I close my eyes, I can hear her chains dragging along the floor and feel her cold fingers on my skin. Thank you for listening. If you like this story, please click like. Your support motivates us to keep bringing you great stories. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any new stories. You can also listen to our audio stories on various platforms. The links will be in the description box. Also, please subscribe to the author's channel. The link is in the description box. See you next time.